U.S. Senate. 5 candidates taking to the stage in a debate the other night, but not all may be considered candidates come primary election day. But first, the Secretary of State's office is changing policies after a Denver 7 investigation about forged signatures on a Senate candidate's petitions.
The changes come after a contractor hired to review the petitions alerted the Secretary of State's office to possibly forged signatures weeks before we discovered them. After a Denver 7 investigation put the spotlight on forged petition signatures, the Secretary of State's office is changing policy.
This incident has caused us to completely re-examine the way that we're doing our work.
3 weeks before Denver 7 found forged signatures on the petitions for Republican Senate candidate John Kaiser, a staffer hired by the state to check the name and addresses alerted the Secretary of State's office of a concern some of the signatures were written by the same person.
My team asked for a scanned version of that, and they came to the conclusion that there was nothing there or not worthy of going forward.
Have you looked at it since?
I have.
Do you see anything?
I do now, but of course now I'm focused on it. So now I know that there's a problem on the sheet and I can see it. But at the time they didn't know it and they didn't see it.
What they didn't see is what Denver 7 exposed in our investigation, that signatures collected by Maureen Moss looked alike and were forged. Secretary of State Wayne Williams was never notified about the staffer's concern and learned about the forged signatures from our reporting. Now the internal policy is changing to keep him in the loop.
What will it take to have a signature verification process?
Well, it would require a change in law, so we would have to have a statutory change. I know the Secretary is interested in that idea and wants to investigate it, so that's something we're going to do this summer.
Now we're going to take a